Well, hi everyone. I've been live for about a day now. And I've been doing workouts for about a day. So, I didn't do the yesterday. So, like, I'm trying to do like 2 or 3 days in a row, then take a break, and then get back on it again. You know, I'm only a total of 4 or 5 days in to doing this, with like actually doing the workouts. So, you know, there's still a lot to go. But, you know, I'm just sitting here kind of vibing, you know, doing the workouts, and, you know, and I have some exciting videos, but I'll wait for actually the viewers to get into the workouts about that. And let people start chatting, because there's something cool I'm going to be doing tomorrow. And then on the 15th, more than likely. And then, who knows when. Because, yeah. It's a pretty cool little arrangement, and it's not really making me hardly any money. That's okay, you know what? Sometimes it's just the experience of it is cool, and that'll be kind of like free advertising for, you know, my social media and stuff like that. Which is, and actually I want to make sure that this is set properly. There we go. Because, well, tomorrow, like, I'm going to be doing something that's actually pretty fun in a way. Or it might actually be really boring. You know, I might not enjoy it, but I don't know. I'm going to be on a movie set. I am not going to be in the movie or anything, but a vehicle that I'm taking care of is the 78 T-Bird. It's going to be in this mobster movie, which I think I got the name for it. It's a low budget movie, so we'll see how it goes. Like, it should be pretty cool. And the T-Bird, like, because they were asking for 60s to 70s luxury vehicles. And, well, that T-Bird fits the bill. Now, they're not going to drive it. They're only going to sit in it and do some filming. Well, that's perfect. Because that thing has a fantastic green interior that's just gorgeous. And, you know, it's got lots of room in it too. So if anyone needs to sit in the back seat, they can fit back there. You know, even if, like, one of the guys has to move up a little bit, but... Hello! Not no show? Not no how? How's it going? For a second I thought that said not no show. I'm like, oh, okay. But I don't know how. How goes it? Hey, Eric Edmond. How goes it, guys? Nice to see people popping in the chat. Here. You know? Not like guys in like right away, but I guess it is a Sunday, so I'll give them a little bit of slack. Or it's a Saturday, so I'll give people a little bit of slack, I suppose. They might just be, you know, resting, vibing, you know. But yeah, no. So that should be a really fun sort of day, and then they're gonna be there for 3 days total. So, I'll drive it down tomorrow, and we'll see how everything goes, day 1. And then there's 2 other filming dates that they need it for. Well, I mean, I actually do have okay technique with this. You know, it's a full body workout and all that different stuff. And oh my god. Like, I'm mostly doing this for cardio and my legs. But also, like, it doesn't make any sense to use your back first. Because all it does is just put extra pressure on my back. It's already actually kind of hurting doing this. But I do have a bad back. So there's that. But it'll be fine. You know, I drove almost 6 hours in total today to and from Edmonton. So, my spare motor is gone. I sold it. And now, the Magnum's obviously going next weekend. That'll be good. A little extra money in my pocket. And then, hopefully, I can talk with the director of this movie and see if I can actually just get paid at the end of the day as opposed to at the end of all 3 days, because there's nothing that's like set in stone of when it's gonna happen. How much does Santa pay for parking? Santa? Nothing, because he lands on the rooftops. Whew. Oh. Nothing is on the house. That was terrible joke. Whew. Yeah, no. Hey! Ryan's in the chat. Hi, Elizabeth, man. Nice to see you as always. You got anything on the job front yet, dude? Whew. Very exhausting. And wow, we got 31 viewers in here. Let's go. That's awesome, guys. Appreciate it. Whew, and I'm almost halfway done. See if I can make it. But we'll see. We'll see. Hang on, this is not one of my songs. Oh, maybe it is. Okay. I didn't realize this was new Linkin Park. I haven't heard this one yet. It's the Overflow. So I'm listening to you right now. Whew. But, yeah, no. You know, like, tomorrow should be fun. Plus, I get to try the T-Bird again. So that'll be nice. So that'll be nice. You know, just a nice, leisurely drive down the high river tomorrow. About a 2-hour drive. Just hopefully no weather comes in, because that thing will be kind of sketchy to drive if it starts like snowing really bad or anything like that. It'll take me like forever to actually get it here, if that's the case. Whew. Oh, come on. Come on, cat. Come on, you can do this. Just keep pushing, girl. Come on. I got this. Come on, baby. Forced myself really hard with this workout. Will I be able to make it to 15? I don't know. I might not. Come on. I'm already at 9. Only 4 more minutes, or 6 more minutes. Woo! Come on, baby. Gotta just keep doing this. But, no, I haven't. I am taking it to a film shoot where they're filming some mobster movie tomorrow. So, that'd be kind of cool. You know, not making a lot of money off of that, but basically, I'm more or less going to break even doing this, but, you know, that's okay. Because gas is kind of pricey. Something's got a big fuel tank. Then there's, of course, food while I'm down there. Oh my god, hang on. like, I don't understand. What's the perverted shit that goes on in my chat? Oh, that's cool. Like, this is just like a low budget sort of monster movie, apparently. You know, and I was talking with, I guess, the assistant to the director tonight. We were just texting back and forth. And because they were in a desperate need for a luxury American car from the 60s into the 70s. And I'm like, well, it's no Caddy or Lincoln, but it's T-Bird, so that should work. That's pretty cool. Where we filmed over 6 years with the skeleton crew. Oh, cool! That was awesome. I mean, this, because I got the sort of crew notes for tomorrow, and there's not many actors, at least for tomorrow. There's a total of, I think, 8 total people. So, and then when it comes to, you know, like a bear worker, sorry, my brain fog is hitting me here. What was I even talking about? Luxury cars, T-Bird. I can't remember what I was in the middle of. Ah, shit. Ah. Come on. Almost there. Almost at 15 minutes. That's all I'm going for. And then if I hit that, I still feel okay, I will go to whatever the end of the song that I'm listening to is. You know, now I'm listening to Anti-Flag. I don't love this band, honestly. Welcome back. Oh my god, you can talk. You're not working hard enough. Well, here's the thing. This is actually a lot for me to do. And because I have health issues, and I can't work near as hard as the average person. You know? I deal with a condition similar to POTS, which affects my heart and stuff like that. So, what am I doing? You know, like, I can do this and talk at the same time. Because yes, I'm actually pushing myself harder than you think I am doing this. But at the same time, I'm also working overtime by talking. And that is because I'm actually not breathing properly because of it. And as a result, I'm actually working harder at this. But, like I said, I'm trying to work on my cardio. And because cardio is very, very important to me because of my overall condition. And it'll make it a lot easier if I can get my cardio to be really good by the time summer comes along. Because then this shirt will actually be put to good use. Because I'll be working down in the summertime. Which I do anyways, but, you know, I just want to be in better shape. Yeah, I hope it's fun. You know, they're just using the T-Bird for the shoot. I am not going to be in any scenes, to my knowledge. I know that they will credit me with providing the vehicle for them. They're only doing interior shots. They don't need to drive it, which is good. Because driving that thing, technically not my vehicle. So, okay, come on. Alright, I'm not going to be able to get to the end of the song. There's no way in hell. So I'll just get to the 15 minutes. And I'll go a little bit over that time just because of I took 2 small little breaks to deal with shit in the chat. Okay. Whew. There we go. You know, and for people saying, you're not pushing yourself hard enough, you need to push yourself better than that. Do you notice that now that I have stopped, that I can barely talk? Because I am that exhausted. From just doing that 15-minute workout. Like, I am not in shape by any stretch, but... Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Like, I don't know what this movie... because the guy has only done 3 movies total. They're all just, like, indie sort of films. But I would like to actually see this movie when it's out, you know? And figure out where I can watch it. Because I'll have to keep in touch with either the director or the assistant to figure out where I'll be able to watch this. Like where do they release these? Like, do they go on YouTube? Do they go on, like, Amazon? I mean, I doubt Amazon or, like, Netflix or anything like that, but do they have, like, an agreement with some indie site? You know? Yeah, we'll see. Oh. God, that was one hell of a workout. Whew. Like, I'm sweating like crazy now after that, but that's what it's all about. That's why it's worth it the most, right? Yeah, I hope they do. Because, you know, I will be a part of this production. And I do like the idea of people making indie films. Like, when I was younger, I don't even remember the name of the movie, but I was a part of a little indie movie. I was only 15 at the time, and they did some filming for it, whatever else. I don't know if it ever got released, though, at all. If any of that footage ever saw the light of day, but it was kind of cool to do that. And, you know, that was like a non-paid role, but that's okay. You know, and, like, it's interesting. This guy's movies in the past, now I don't know if this site was accurate or not, because when I look up this production group, they've only had budgets of like $300 or $400. I'm like, well, they're giving me more than that for using the car. Like, they're not giving, you know, $400, but actually, no, they are. They're giving a little more than that to me for 3 days. So yeah. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. It's one of these things, like, because there are other people that will put me to shame when it comes to, like, the workouts that they can do versus what I can do. But, that's okay, you know? Oh, yeah, I mean, you'd be awfully surprised at how many big production movies are filmed in Alberta, you know? Or even shows. Like, look at The Last of Us. That was mostly filmed in, downtown Calgary and in, not Drumheller, but, like, near, like, Jasper, or maybe Banff. I think it was Banff. You know, and stuff like that. It's pretty neat. And if you watch, I can't remember which Superman movie it is. Like, Superman, maybe it was Returns? I don't know. It was, like, early 80s Superman, I think. Or it was late 70s. And the bridge that Superman is holding up is actually the bridge, the train bridge in Lethbridge. So, it's pretty cool. Neat little factoid there. You know, and there is so much stuff in, like, as an example, as well. So, Kingsman the Golden Circle. When they are at, if you've watched that movie and they show a bar, like the bar from the outside of that bar is actually the Water Valley Saloon. So, you know, that's, like I said, just stuff like that, right? Oh, that was all done in Alberta. And the one thing with The Revenant, because it was, who was the main star in that? I can't remember his name. But he never experienced a Chinook before, and he started spewing about global warming, and we just, like, everybody just laughed whenever they heard him say that, because it's a Chinook. We deal with that. DiCaprio, yeah, there we go. DiCaprio thought that a Chinook was global warming, when in reality, like, Chinooks are a very natural thing that happen in nature, and because a Chinook, if you don't know what that is, if you live anywhere near mountains, in the mountains, like, so most of Alberta is, like, close to the mountains, to be honest, or close enough to experience this. Air, when wind comes down over the mountains, there is a chance that air will go all the way down the mountain, and actually it gets warm when it goes down the mountain. And when it gets dispersed out, it's a nice warm air. So we go from, like, being minus 20, minus 30 degrees Celsius to, like, plus 10, plus 20 degrees. It's fantastic when it happens. Like, we're in the middle of a Chinook right now, actually. Minor one, you know. It went from, like, minus 20 to, like, plus 5. But that's okay. See, yeah, I mean, welcome to the Chinook, right? What in the wrong turn is this? This is a girl who just finished her workouts, and, you know, so my hair and stuff like that doesn't look the greatest because of that. I'm all sweaty because I just finished a workout. But, you know, if you want to be a dickhead, you can just, whoop, go that way. Or scroll to the next live, or short that you're trying to see, because you're just trying to be an edgy loser, because you have no friends, and you're trying to overcompensate for the fact of that, you know, that nobody loves you. So, get wrecked, bud. Whew. And I'm even saying that shit while I am, you know, still trying to get my breathing from working out. Did I hear you say you're in Calgary? No, I'm not. Actually, I live in a small place called Sundre, but oddly enough, I'll be in Calgary coming up here. Jeez. Yeah, I mean, the stuff that you see on YouTube is pretty interesting, because YouTube doesn't really get censored all that much. Where, like, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook get censored. YouTube doesn't, you know? Unless it was, like, something extreme, then it does. But, yeah. Whew. But actually, something, I'll have to see if he is available that late. Because all I'll ask him is, like, hey, if you want me to stop through, let me know. It'll be late, like, really late, when I did. But, and if he tossed me, like, $40, I could deliver his steering rack to him that I bought for him a little bit ago. So, we'll see. I mean, to be honest, I don't think so. Like, a funeral is for anybody that wants to pay their respects, right? Now, of course, doing that on a YouTube live is going to promote, obviously, trolls like crazy, but... Whew. That fan is just nice behind me. You know, and it's really funny because there was some idiot that said that, you know, in the background of my lives, the fact that there's, like, all these papers and stuff like that over here, that he's just like, are those, like, unpaid bills? Like, are you just being a degenerate and shit like that? And going, no, I mean, some of this is important, but some of it is literally, you know, like some Haggerty Drivers Club, you know, stuff, right? There's a couple of these, actually. And then there is, obviously, some other papers that are just, might be able to be chucked out, but then there's some stuff that might actually be important in here. So, yeah. It's just pretty funny when people are like that, and I don't understand it, you know? Like, somebody is being extremely positive and stuff like that, and alive, when a lot of society is just so negative, and they just want to hate. And this guy is just a hater on my channel. It's just pretty funny. I unblocked him because he's just boosting my algorithm. It's great. Sponsored by Haggerty Barrett? Exactly, right? Just too bad I'm not being paid by them. Hey, Kim. How goes it? Nice to see you in the chat, as always, girl. Hey, Kevin. Not too bad. Actually, so for the people that didn't hear it, that just jumped in now, I'm going to be in High River tomorrow with the T-Bird and going to be working on a production. Sort of. Like, they're going to be using the T-Bird for some interior shots for their mobster movie, which is cool. You know, and I'll be credited at the, in the credits, so that'll be cool. Now, and that's the one thing, because who knows, I mean, they might ask me to do a role or something like that. I doubt it, but you never know. It'd be kind of cool. But, for building transmissions. Oh, it is! Like, is it paying a lot? No. When it's all said and done, I'm basically going to be breaking even or just making a tiny little bit of money. And that's okay. You know, if I can support some little indie film like that, absolutely. You know, it's great. It's very classy, right? Oh, geez. Hopefully they're okay, because that's no bueno. And you're building transmissions? Cool. Cool. That's awesome. Okay, that's a bit of a weird comment there, bud. Like, really? I'm pretty sure it's part of his, like, employment, or even so, even if it's not, it's something that he was able to do and help somebody. Like, you know, I have taken random people to the ER myself because I've noticed that they've been struggling when I live in Lethbridge all the time. It happened quite often. And, you know, some of the people in the hospital started to recognize me because I kept doing it. Right? Oh, jeez. Exactly, right? Like, you know, and like, I've taken some of my friends to the hospital too when they've needed it because they're too stubborn to go themselves. But, you know, and that's okay. I am always there to support anybody, no matter what you're going through. And I do have people reach out every once in a blue moon to actually ask questions and to have somebody console them about whatever it was, you know? Hey, I always gotta make sure and call out comments that I think that might be a bit overboard. But, like, we're pretty chill here overall. It's just, when I see stuff like that, it makes me question a little bit, that's all. So, that's all. Jeez. Yeah, I mean, somebody that I hold very dear to my life, I had to help her go to the hospital when she literally lived only about 2 blocks away. And when I saw the condition she was in, I kind of froze for a second. And then I realized, no, I'm here to do a proper job, because I was in a little bit of shock when I saw it. And I held her in my arms, and we walked together to the hospital. And it took them a while to get to her, considering she was bleeding out. But, you know, and luckily, though, she was able to get repaired, and she was okay afterwards. So, which is good. She ended up staying there for 5 days. Ooh, jeez. Hey, here's the thing. Kevin is being calm, but you saying that is antagonizing. And you need to knock that off, man. This is basic psychology, man. Like, come I'm not trying to call you out for anything, but, you know, like, let's just move on from this, and continue to just have a nice chat. Because chats like this can derail pretty quick, so. But yeah, actually, let's just move back to my, my chair that's honestly could use repair. Oh. Oh. Hi, Rascal. Hi, buddy. Okay. Set up my, it's all good, no worries. I mean, there was only 2 fans in the background. Although, the air conditioner can be used as a fan too, technically. But, hey, it's one of these things, I do what I do. And those fans come in clutch when it comes really hot. I guess there is a ceiling fan too, you're not wrong. But yeah, so, like, tomorrow with this, like, do I know the full particulars of this whole thing? Not necessarily, but we'll kind of hammer that out when we're on set, when there's, like, a break or something like that and we're talking. Because I kind of know how this is probably going to go down, but they're going to go over everything with me by the time I get there, because, we're probably going to have, like, a good hour to kind of hash things out before filming even starts anyways. We're going to be in the dark doing it, but that's fine. Unless it's like a lit up tent or something. But it'll be interesting. But, because, like, something, and I'm going to see if I can get it off a buddy of mine, or I might even ask for it from him to see, like, hey, you know what? Normally you send me money for Christmas. Instead, how about you give me that 7.5 that's a limited slip that you got out front of your place, Yeah, it's gonna be mostly, like they said, they're only gonna be doing like interior shots with it. So they did mention that, like, on set there will be like cigarettes and stuff like that being smoked and whatever else, which is fine. Cigarettes don't bother me any, but yeah. Hey, JD, how's it going? It's been a while since I've seen you in the chat, man. And I didn't realize you were in North Jersey. That's cool. Yeah, it's going good. I'm just sitting here, vibing after my workout. I got 15 minutes on the rowing machine, which is not too bad. I wanted to go longer, but I just, I mean, could I have gone longer? Maybe, but yeah. Well, that's where insurance would cover things, and because it's not my car exactly. But I know Mike would be fine with this, to be honest. And, and who knows? Maybe with my social media and stuff like that, I can pump up this movie a bit. With T-Bird being used. Because the T-Bird, at this point, is almost like an integral part of my TikTok and my YouTube channel. Because I've done videos with the T-Bird. A couple of them. And, the T-Bird has been in my possession for the better part of 6 months now. So, we'll see. Yeah, they're not doing that. I already know that. Because I have a feeling if they have anything, they might not care necessarily about, the, to be, like, fully accurate. They might just get some trash out interior, to fight in and stuff like that for other things. So. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I'll have to check that out. Actually, if it's a short... Actually, let me ask you. Like... Oh, wait a minute. Like, you mean, like, it's like a movie and stuff like that? Oh my god. Just get gone from my chat, you frickin' little pervert. Goodbye, Huber. 4 minutes and change? Okay, I'll have to check it out. Because I've seen you in my comments quite often and stuff like that, and I always like to support my fans when I can. Because I mean, admittedly, I don't know if I actually follow your channel that much. I have to look if I do, but I'll take a look. Hang on, do I? Let's see here. Where's my YouTube? There it is on this phone. Let's see. Oh, hang on. View message. What in the fuck am I looking at? You're looking at a girl that just finished a workout and is pretty sweaty from it and shit like that. If you have a problem with it, you can stop being a douchebag and get the fuck out of my chat. You guys can't see that message, but I can, so that's why I said that. Yeah, it's Fishing Adventures Australia. That said, what the fuck am I looking at? Like, I love those comments. It's just hilarious. You're like, what do you think that's gonna do for you, man? Genuinely, that's not going to make me upset. You saying that? Let's see. Why can't I see you? Actually, can I see my own live stream on here? Let's see, can I? That'd be kind of cool if I could. Oh, I can't. Let's go. Hang on. Do I play the Need for Speed? None of the modern titles. I haven't played a Need for Speed game in years, to be honest. Not even going to bother here with that one. But here's the thing. One of my favorite games of all time is Need for Speed Most Wanted back in 2005. That game is absolutely goated. I've done so many playthroughs of that, and it's... Honestly, I love it. I love it. Let's see. If I can find you, go to channel. Oh, no, there he is. Oh, okay. It was just checking out some Ferraris in Manhattan, apparently. Cool, cool. Oh, thank you. Oh, God, it's been a long day. You know, when you drive just about 6 hours in one day, it really wears you out. So not only did I drive, like, for 6 hours, but then I just did my workouts, so that tires me out, too, and just... You know? I'll be there. Sorry. Incubus Drive on, you gotta sing a little bit of the lyrics. I love that. See, my go-to when that happens is either a cookie, or I will make myself, even though like it's still making it, but it's not cooking, is I do like these crackers with Cheese Whiz, like sandwiches. Oh, so good, so good. You know, it tastes from my childhood that I still love to this day. Whatever tomorrow brings, I'll be there. With open arms and open eyes, yeah. Whatever tomorrow brings, I'll be there. I'll be there. Fair enough. Fair enough. You know, so it should be fun, and then, because I drove Hail Mary up to Edmonton today, and I think what I'm gonna do with that car, I think I kind of have a game plan with it. So the whole build, I'm gonna keep the straight six in that car, although we shall see though, because that straight six might go into stitch. And then the straight six with the T5 manual swap and everything will go into the 82. Right? It sounds weird, but there is a method to my madness of swapping the engines between those two cars. And what that's effectively doing is the 82 has a very rare bell housing pattern, and it's a small block 4 bell housing pattern on a 200 inland 6. Now, that bell housing pattern was only available from sometime in 81 to 1983, but in the Mustang itself and the Capri, it was only available from, like I said, sometime in 81. Nobody knows the exact month when they started to do this, and to 82. And so what's really neat is you can use everything from a small block Ford. The only thing that is different, like there's two things that are slightly different. The flywheel itself, you will have to knock the weights off of it because it needs to be a zero balance flywheel. And then not only that, but the holes are slightly misaligned on it. So you would have to get those holes drilled out, which I'd probably just take to a machine shop just so that it is an exact, science that way. So yeah, we shall see. But kind of the cool part is that like if I did that swap and kind of swap those engines between each other, because with being able to use all small block Ford parts, I would be able to, have a bigger clutch, which means it'll hold more power. And a lot of parts, considering that's going to be the toy, I do want the parts to be a little more readily available when I am dealing with like breakage and stuff like that, because I do actually race the car. So, but because I'm leaning towards doing some sort of a overdrive swap on Hail Mary, and whether that is a T5 swap, which it might end up being, or it's an AOD, I don't know, or some sort of an overdrive automatic. That way that my fuel economy will just be insane on the highway, which is what I want out of it. So, we shall see. But, and then something though, and like this is kind of a dream of mine, even though like it would increase the weight by 98 pounds if I did this, but it'd be kind of cool and kind of worth it. It'd be way overkill. Is swapping out the T5 and Stitch for a T56. That's just kind of a dream of mine. And, if I could, like, try and save more money to afford a T56, like, I would do it in a heartbeat. It'd be fun. Hey, I am not a manual elitist. I love my stick shifts, don't get me wrong. But there is something to be said about having just a nice cruiser that you don't have to worry about shifting as much, right? Because I love automatics, I love manuals too. It doesn't really bother me if a car has an automatic. I prefer manual, don't get me wrong. But it kind of gets to a point with some of these vehicles that, the manuals are getting like stupidly priced and stuff like that. But, and like I said, I'm not really set on anything as of yet, right? Exactly. Like, the manual elitists are the funniest people on the planet because they will spew all this crap about manual. Oh, it has to be a manual. Hey, you're not a man if it's not a manual, to a lot of the male-dominated space. But what's interesting is modern automatics. Like, I'm not talking the 3 speeds that we had back in the day. I'm talking the 10 speeds, the 8 speeds, all that stuff. Those transmissions, like, they're faster than what the manuals are. They just are. They get better fuel economy than the manuals now, too. It's not like back in the day where, yeah, a manual was better because you could control the shift points, whatever else. But when you have so many gears and you're just shifting constantly, I'm sorry, it's going to get amazing fuel economy doing that. I mean, here's the thing. Like, RX-7, like, in my mind, is one of those cars where, like, it'd probably be a much more visceral experience driving it when it has a manual. Because also, like, you can... Don't get me wrong, you can control the shifts, but I do wonder how the shift points are set up in the automatic RX-7 to when you actually want to rev that thing out towards red lane. And it's a rotary, you kind of need to rev it out to red line about once a day, minimum. So, I don't know. It'd be interesting to say the least. I'm not sure if it would. Like, I know that the automatics with my cars, like the C4 automatic, it'll shift at like 3,000 RPM, or like 2,800 RPM, which is nowhere near peak. If you actually want to drive these inline sixes very enthusiastically, you rev those puppies to about 4,200 RPM, because that's about your peak point where you want to shift at, because then you're back into the power band as soon as you shift at that point. I discovered that when at the track this past season. So, because I didn't actually realize that through years of ownership, it's because you figure out what works and what doesn't for peak performance when you're being timed, right? And I can't wait for the track day this year. And and that's one of these things. I'm very excited for when it happens. Because, and the cool part about that, track day is that you don't need, a roll cage in your car. You don't need a helmet. There's technically not even a safety done in your vehicle. Although they do want vehicles to actually be safe, don't get me wrong. But they're not actually checking that themselves. They're hoping that you're actually bringing a safe vehicle. And I will, because there's one vehicle in mind that a buddy of mine owns that I will have to see it myself when he's done the rust repair, if I trust it or not to actually be structurally sound. Because if it's not to my standard, I'm not gonna tell him about the day next year. Hmm. As strange as it sounds, the automatic ones are probably much more babied, right? Because, well, an automatic RX-7 isn't, it is an enthusiast car, but you know what I mean. The whole thing about an RX-7 is that it's a sports car, right? And sports car means, everything manual in it, it might not even have, it might have manual steering, manual brakes as well. But, having a, manual transmission. And then being a rotary, they're just such a visceral experience. So, it's interesting. Yeah, well, and then also, for the longest time, nobody cared about automatics, right? So, they sold kind of cheap and stuff like that, comparatively to the manuals. But all the proper enthusiasts bought the autos. All the kids bought the manuals, and as such, the manuals got trashed. So that's one of those things that, people don't seem to realize, right? Now, hang on. Why is yours gutted in the rear? I know you were dealing with, a fueling issue or something like that on it, but why is it gutted out back? Oh, good song. Alexis on Fire, let's go. without glass, sing something distress. Beneath the salvation sky. I'm sad I can't see the lyrics of the song. I mean, I know the song, but the city is under our cold. Now, why did you did you gut it or did somebody else? Oh, okay. Fair enough. Okay. I wanted to ask you, did you do that or did the previous owner do that? So okay, you did that, or the previous owner did that. My bad. Brain's not working. And it's just sad when people do that. When people build cars into drift cars, it just brings a tear to my eye. Because drift cars just get destroyed. There's so much that happens to them, and they get, smacked in the walls. They're off the limiter constantly, and it's just sad. Now, don't get me wrong, a proper drifter isn't necessarily on the limiter all the time, but most drifters don't realize that. The city is on top of coast. Cause this city, the city is on top. There's no walls. Such a good song. This could be Anywhere in the World by Alexisonfire, and I've actually heard this live. So and those mods I can get behind, because that's improving the car, and stiffening the chassis. You'll never hear me saying that is going to ruin a car, but when you start turning a car into a race car, you're ruining the overall driving experience. You make it god awful loud. You make it to where it is not pleasant to be in at all. Stitch. I love driving Stitch, don't get me wrong, but it would be nice to have more sound deadening in that car. It'd be nice to be able to close the door and get that satisfying, vault door sound that the 82 does. Unfortunately, though, that's just not the case. Fair. Hey, as long as you like it, that's all that matters, right? Because it's like that. Don't get me wrong. Would I enjoy driving that thing like that? Oh, absolutely. The video was if it's gonna be that loud, I'd be curious to see how the video quality would be going on the road. But that's fair. I mean, I wouldn't hesitate to take Stitch across country, to be honest. That would be fine. But the 82, again, same thing. On the point. A part of me. Oh, what was that? I don't care. I don't really use that. Okay. See, now, you stole my line.
I say Merry everything and Happy whenever when it's Christmas. Like, my Facebook post that I do, I don't say Merry Christmas. God, no. I do that. Because the people who... Like, there are people that get upset about that, and there's people that laugh about it, and it's great. I love it. I love it. Oh, yeah. Like... And that's kind of the difference between, like, my... Like, Stitch and Hail Mary are two polar opposites of vehicles. Stitch is kind of like that toy that you want to drive. It's a little more uncomfortable, but still, like, you could take it on a journey and be alright. Um, but it's more like an enthusiast car. Where Hail Mary, she is just a nice cruiser. She's slow, she's gutless, but nice and smooth. It's got a functional stereo in it. Like, it's great, but... Wait, check it. What track is near Fort Saskatchewan? I had to think of that, actually. Because I couldn't tell you, actually, what track is that close. To be fair, do I know all the tracks in Alberta? No. Definitely don't. Definitely don't. We're part of me, kicking everything. That is running in front of me. Stratotech Park. Let me look that one up. Although, not that Stitch would actually pass a proper tech right now. There's a couple of little things that have to be done to the car for it to actually pass tech properly, but... Strato... There you go, Stratotech Park. Okay, I do want to go to their website. Oh, they don't have a website. Oh, yes, they do. Because... Okay, that did not want to be found. Okay, fine. I will find them on Facebook. Oh, cool. They got the carts and everything there, too. Because the one thing I'd like to see with these guys is, what is their whole procedure at, like, cost, all that different stuff. Okay, their website doesn't work, so that's fun to try and look this shit up. Ugh. Well, I mean, because the other, like, the track that I've actually been around is Strawberry Creek Raceway. Now, I've only ran on the short track, not the full track. But, because, like, the short track is technically, like, designed for the go-karts, but you can take a car around it just fine. And it's fun. And that wouldn't be too bad for you. Like, I need to look it up. Well, again, I mean, you can fix that, right? Because I can't imagine that be that expensive of a fix, honestly. Yeah, so the track that I've been around, it's only 115 kilometers from you. And it's a load of fun to go around that track. But like, and like I said, I've only done 2 track times ever, but yeah. Well, you know, burping the cooling system costs you nothing. 0. You could burp the cooling system yourself. Just saying. Because all you need to do to burp the cooling system, really, is... Because if you don't have money for coolant, that's fine. You could drain all the coolant out of it. You know, and just put a giant funnel on it and put all the coolant back into it. Wouldn't cost you a dime. Just a little bit of time, that's all. Yeah, but I mean... See, for me, if I'm being the caretaker of a vehicle, I'm gonna fix it. And case in point, this T-Bird, that's what I did. I fixed it. Hey, no worries there, Kevin. I appreciate you coming out. Take care, and I'll catch you next time, man. Peace out. Hey, sleepy kitten. Oh, he might actually be asleep. It's just his eyes aren't closed. That is weird. It's very weird. But honestly, I'm pretty tired myself, though, and I should try and get to sleep. Because I do have another full day ahead of me tomorrow. So, take care, guys. And I'll catch you later. Peace out.